Okay, so when I joined campus, I became what you would call a social drinker. Funny thing was, I didn't like the taste of alcohol and I didn't like the after effects of it either. But since I wanted to fit into this new community I had just stepped into, I wanted to seem cool and make friends. I found myself making choices and taking actions that I normally wouldn't. The other day I was reading an article on regrets of the dying, and one of the biggest regrets patients had while on their deathbed was that they wished they had the courage to live a life true to themselves and not what others expected of them. Human beings are social beings, that is true. And you might find yourself tempted to fit into certain communities and gain approval from them. And that brings me to my point number one about community. Community is about quality, not quantity. You being surrounded by 1,000 people doesn't mean that those 1,000 people are bringing you value. If back then I didn't get myself out of this community that I was trying to fit into, I would probably still be a social drinker today, trying to gain approval from these people that I don't even want to be like. Build quality relationships around you. It could be one person, it could be two people, but as long as those people bring value to your life, as long as those people show you support and guide you, critique you constructively when need be, that is the community that you need. Community is not just anyone and everyone. Community starts with you. You must be self-aware. Who are you? What values do you have in your life? So that you can attract similar-minded people into your life and build community around those people. You must first become aware of who you are. Before anyone gives you flowers, you must give yourself flowers. Before anyone speaks life to you, you must speak life to yourself. You must know who you are. You must know where you want your life to go so that you can attract into your life people who are as you. You attract into your life who you are, not what you want. That is the law of attraction, and it applies to even the people that surround you. So building community is about quality, the quality of relationships that you have with those that surround you, not how many people surround you. Today, in a world of social media, people not only seek approval from those that surround them, but also from all over the world. People nowadays want to have the same political views with people who are probably in a different country. They want to share the same values with people who are miles away from them. And so this is why sometimes, if you're not careful, you might get distracted from your own life by trying to chase what everyone else is. Those that are on their deathbeds, wishing that they were true to themselves, this is what they did. They lived a life chasing other people's approval, chasing the yes from people that are miles away, chasing the comfort of those that are around them, instead of chasing what is for them. When was the last time you talked to yourself? When was the last time you reviewed your goals? When was the last time you truly focused on what is yours and what you want your life to be? I remember some time back, I had to delete my IG because of the distraction it was causing in my life. I would go on IG, scroll all day long and feel bad about where I am. It was distracting me from living my life. I would see someone who is maybe my age or sometimes even younger than me on vacation, and I would say, oh my gosh, I'm a loser. Why am I not living a life that is similar to hers? And in that process, I'm distracting myself from living my life instead of actually taking action, instead of actually thinking about ways to improve my life. I'm focusing on what someone else is doing. This is what social media has done to us today. We are so focused on what everyone else is doing. It is time for you to tune back into what your life is. It is time for you to focus on your happiness. It is time for you to tune out all this noise and all this distraction. Now, when I said I deleted my IG, let me just put a disclaimer. I'm not telling you that you should do the same. Maybe social media doesn't have that effect on you, but it had on me. My story I'm giving, even the social drinking one, not to encourage you to take the actions that I did, but to remind you that it is time for you to remove any distractions that you have from your life. Tune back to who you are. Speak to yourself. Again, when is the last time you spoke to yourself? When is the last time you reviewed your goals? Speak to yourself and be truthful to who you are. Your goals might make people uncomfortable. Your goals, some people might not understand. But as long as it is your truth, then it is up to you to live it. You might not get approval, even from your family members, even from your friends. You might not get approval, but your goals are yours for a reason. It is up to you to live them. The problem with a lot of people is that they want to postpone their choices. They want to postpone their happiness, their peace, to a later date. A later date that is not guaranteed. That is the reality of life. When you postpone your happiness for maybe when you get to a certain point of your life, how do you know that that certain point exists? That's just the reality of life. In life, only now is guaranteed. So you postponing your life, you postponing your happiness to a later date, you're doing yourself a big disservice. Tune back in, start living, tune out the distractions from social media or from wherever you're getting these distractions from. Anything that is stopping you from living your life, from being true to yourself, that is a distraction, and you need to tune that out, and you need to stop postponing your happiness and your life for a later date that is not even guaranteed, and start living. Stop making excuses. Stop saying you're too old. Stop saying you're not educated. So like now, what can you do now? Start living. Start breathing. Start enjoying your life. This is your life. You have a duty to prioritize yourself. You have a duty to prioritize your happiness, to prioritize your peace. When will you start loving yourself? When will you start speaking to yourself? When will you start following on your goals? I remember when I was in primary school, one of our teachers used to tell us, don't come to school because everyone else is. Come to school because you have a valid reason for it, because you want to gain knowledge and thereby create for yourself opportunities that will better your future. Today, I am leaving you with that message. Don't exist in this world because everyone else is. Don't take actions in life because everyone else is. Take actions because they are meaningful to you. Make choices that truly improve your life. Start living with intentionality. Make choices that bring you happiness in the now. Make choices that bring you peace in the now. Stop being an escort to other people. That is the true definition of living. I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye.